So, no, I wouldn't say I have a passion for HR.
Welcome back to Human Resources for the People. It's a human capital revolution. Today I'm going to be reacting to Fast Company's 6 words and phrases that make everyone hate working with you. And I totally understand. I want to talk about what this looks like because as the HR guy, I am well aware of working with people that everyone hates. Um, so, the main focus of this is overwrought business jargon, but also just throwaway lines that I think actually are pretty important from an HR perspective. So, for example, the first one that they list is no problem. And the idea is that when the task carries a lot of weight, you really don't want to just say no problem. You want to take it very seriously and not be cavalier about it. And that's really important, I think, when you're dealing with your boss or your manager to not be cavalier about specific things. And I think you'll look better, even though no problem is sort of innocuous, right? The next one up is whatever, and it's really similar to no problem. And I agree with this. Again, you don't want to be flippant, and whatever is actually much worse, I think, than no problem, because really at no point can you say whatever and come off as being smart or capable at your job. I've seen a lot of people get in trouble for words like no, whatever with their managers. Of course, it never results in termination or anything like that, but it is absolutely important not to be cavalier about what you're being given or any feedback that you're being given. A response like whatever to negative feedback is absolutely could be catastrophic. Similarly, the next one up is it is what it is, and it does sound very lazy. Uh, Saying it is what it is means that you're not willing to fix things, and it can be, again, catastrophic when you're working with your manager. Saying it is what it is will end up, resulting in an attitude or a perceived attitude of not caring as well as not being interested in improving the situation at work. But the next one up is kind of silly. It says pissed off is one that you shouldn't say at work or that will make everyone hate working with you. No, not at all. I mean, I think you have to couch it correctly, but pissed off is not going to keep people from working with you unless you're, I don't know, working at a Christian charity, right? That's not going to that's not going to exactly in it's not going to exactly like make people like you or anything of that nature, but it's certainly acceptable in the office. The next one I think is pretty stupid. It says can't. You can absolutely say can't, but it does make you seem flippant. I do agree with what they recommend you say, which is I'll have that report to you later or next Monday, and be more positive about things. But it's certainly not a uh, end all be all. I wouldn't, if someone told me they couldn't, as long as it was reasonable and accurate that they could not do that work, I would absolutely accept and encourage that. The next one I thought was really interesting, and I'm interested. I'm personally wanting to dive into the idea of hope in the workplace, in the office place, because I think they're absolutely correct, but there is a place for hope in the workplace. So they said, don't say I hope we'll meet our net sales target, because there's a possibility that you won't. It means that you're less than competent. But I do think that there's a way to say hope without, inevitably leading to, well, this person isn't confident at all in their situation. I think that to a degree, using hope in the workplace does display an understanding of the challenges faced, an understanding of what lies ahead of you, and then recognizing that and moving forward. I do think that it's again a terrible idea that says I hope our team can agree on a plan. It should look more like, we will agree on a plan. This is how we'll do it. Something like that. You don't have to be confident to ultimately be successful with this. And I'm guilty of this myself. The idea that people are hanging on your every word is not something I'm personally used to, and I'm not personally. I don't understand it always, and I frequently don't recognize that my words have weight. That's why I hope that people will recognize what they're doing in the workplace. There are things that will absolutely sink your career. And Fast Company, I mean, listen, this is a clickbait company, but or clickbait journal clickbait article, but I think that they have some real points, and managing your language in the workplace can get you a very far way. That's it for Human Resources for the People. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I do enjoy reacting to these, and like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.